The spiritual significance of flowers by our Divine Mother. Part 1. Flowers and their significances. Chapter 4. Living for the Divine. Page 42. Exclusive turning of all movements towards the Divine. The sure means of having security. Botanical name Eulopia, color light green. Exclusive turning of all movements towards the Divine. Lasting attachment. Modest, unostentatious but persistent. Botanical name Hedera, color green. Sri Aurobindo says, what we propose in our yoga is nothing less than to break up the whole formation of our past and present, which make up the ordinary material and mental man, and to create a new center of vision and a new universe of activities in ourselves, which shall constitute a divine humanity or a superhuman nature. No change can be more radical than the revolution attempted in the integral yoga. Everything in us has constantly to be called back to the central faith and will and vision. Every thought and impulse has to be reminded in the language of the Upanishads that that is the divine Brahman and not this which men adore. Every vital fiber has to be persuaded to accept an entire renunciation of all that hitherto represented to it its own existence. Mind has to cease to be mind and become brilliant and something beyond it. Life has to change into a thing vast and calm and intense and powerful that can no longer recognize its old blind eager narrow self or petty impulse and desire. Even the body has to submit to a mutation and be no longer the clamorous animal or the impeding clod it now is, but become instead a conscious servant and radiant instrument and living form of the Spirit. These are the golden words of our Lord Sri Aurobindo. Trust in the Divine. Aspiration for trust in the Divine. Trust in the Divine. Most indispensable for the impulsive vital. Botanical name Aspiration gangetica, several colors. Aspiration for trust in the Divine, an intense need for the immutable peace that is given by the certitude of the Divine grace. Botanical name Aspiration dalzellinia, color purple. Mental trust in the Divine. Firm and definitive, does not question. Botanical name Aspiration gangetica, color cream yellow. Trust of the vital mind in the Divine. Opens itself to the divine consciousness without trying to hide anything from it. Botanical name Aspiration gangetica, color pale yellow with lavender. Trust of the emotional vital in the Divine. Smiling and sweet, it is sheltered from grief. Botanical name Aspiration gangetica, white with lavender color. Vital trust in the Divine, full of courage and energy, it no longer fears anything. Botanical name Aspiration gangetica, color lavender. Integral trust in the divine. The trust that gives the true support to life. Botanical name Aspiration gangetica, color wine. Our Lord Sri Aurobindo says, trust is the mind's and heart's complete reliance on the divine and its guidance and protection. The core of the inner surrender, says Sri Aurobindo, the core of the inner surrender is trust and confidence in the divine. One takes the attitude, I want the divine and nothing else. I want to give myself entirely to Him, and since my soul wants that, it cannot be but that I shall meet and realize Him. I ask nothing but that, and His action in me to bring me to Him, His action or secret or open, veiled or manifest. I do not insist on my own time and way. Let Him do all in His own time and way. I shall believe in Him, accept His will, aspire steadily for His light and presence and joy. Go through all difficulties and delays, relying on Him, never giving up. Let my mind be quiet and trust Him, and let Him open it to this light. Let my vital be quiet and turn to Him alone, and let Him open it to His calm and joy. All for Him and myself for Him. Whatever happens, I will keep to this aspiration and self-giving and go on in perfect reliance that it will be done. Golden words of our Lord Sri Aurobindo. Our Divine Mother says, who trusts the divine, whoever trusts the divine, never leaves the loving arms of the divine, wherever his body may be. These are the golden words of our Divine Mother.